There's a low here, it's a little bit high in here and a low here. But if you can't really see what's going on, a good way to be able to determine your lows and highs is to get something straight, like this straight line sander, and just sand on the repair area. Because this is going to sand down the level, and if it's high, it's going to show you where the highs are, and obviously the lows, paint's going to stay in there. So this is a good way to determine what all needs to be done. So we're just going to cross sand this just a little bit. Just with a little bit of sanding, you can kind of see what I was talking about, where the two lows are at. Right here, and it's a little bit high here. So what I'm going to do is use a hammer and dolly just a little bit to see if we can work that out just a little bit more. So I'm going to put a dolly, and I'm going to put this dolly on this back side right here, and I'm going to push, you know, with some force. And as I'm doing that, but I'm going to tap in this high, and doing that at the same time is what's going to help raise that low out. See if I can get it back here. And also when using a dolly, you want to kind of get a dolly that fits the surface. Obviously this is kind of rounded and a real straight dolly probably wouldn't be the best fit. See, this probably fits the surface the best, so use that. Let me take these gloves off now to wipe the paint. Work it in here. Okay, now I've got that dolly right here, and what I'm going to do is hammer off dolly, and that means I'm pushing up right here, and I'm also going to be tapping here. Don't really want to hammer on dolly unless towards the end, to where you might have to do some final leveling, but try to eliminate the amount of hammer on dolly that you do, because that stretches the metal. I can still feel that that's low in here. Okay, it's still a little bit low. I can feel it with my hand, so I'm going to continue tapping on this a little bit, give some pressure. Not only am I pulling the lows out, I'm also knocking the highs in. So you always want to do, you know, kind of roll it during two directions at the same time. Now, if I had a little bit of a high here, and it's just a little bit high here, you know, I can come in here and tap that real lightly. But you don't really want to do a lot of one-directional hits. That's starting to feel a lot straighter, and if you kind of question where you're at, you can always come back and sand it a little bit. And notice that I'm cross-sanding. If you just go in one direction, that's probably going to kind of follow a contour. By cross-sanding, that's going to be able to level it more, therefore you're going to see more of what's the damage that's present. I'm just blocking this out and looking for a little bit of 80. You see there's still a little bit of low there, but it's not bad. This kind of takes the place of a body file. We used to use a body file to kind of level the surface to see, you know, if it's straight or not. But these metals are so thin today, you really want to eliminate the amount that you file on these or grind on these or anything like that. So anything you can do like this, with sandpaper, see I haven't even hit metal yet, so that's going to save on metal. You don't want to grind too much of the metal away. You can also feel this damage. I've still got a crease right here I've got to work out a little bit. Whenever you're feeling of damage, be sure and use the flat of your hand also. You know, using your fingertips, you know, I see that happen, you know, quite a bit, and you really can't feel what's going on. You need to use the flat of your hand. Some technicians recommend using some type of rag. They claim they can fill the damage better that way. It's just a preference thing. You might try it both ways. You know, if you think you can fill it better doing that, then use a rag. You know, whatever tool helps you out. You know, like I said, you know, whatever's the easiest way, you know, do that. A little bit high right here, so I'm going to tap that down just lightly. And that's pretty straight right there. That's good enough for filler. You can use body filler up to, you know, between 1/8 and 1/4 of an inch. You never would want to exceed a 1/4 of an inch after it's sanded, you know, of layers. But anywhere between 1/8 and 1/4, you're going to be fine. And that's going to be a lot less than that. There's just a little bit of a low area here. Still a little bit of a crease right here. It's high here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tap down on this area and push right here because it's a little bit low here at the dolly. Down and see. And probably I'm being real careful right now not to hit this bumper, but you don't want to hit the bumper with sandpaper. We'll probably have to blend into the bumper, but we'll probably end up dropping the bumper. But for now, just I'm being real careful. And something that you may want to do is if you are anytime working to adjacent panels, be sure and put some masking tape over them to protect them. If you think that you may chance hitting them. Still a little bit low right there, so I'm going to work on that just a little bit. A little bit harder to get to this area. There's a brace right there, so it's making it a little bit harder. Okay, so now I'm pushing up right there. Tap right around in here. And you can hear when that hits on the dolly. You can hear that ping. I'm trying to hit off of it some. I think I got a little bit high there. Check to see where that's at. Still got a little bit of a low here, now it's high here. So I'm gonna Okay, this fender is now ready for some body filler.